Hello everybody, it's me, Sports Talk Guy. And in this episode we'll be talking about another injury, sadly, to Aroldis Chapman. Now, I assume probably most of you have actually seen what happened with this injury, Aroldis Chapman. If you don't know who he is, Aroldis Chapman is a closer for the Cincinnati Reds, and he throws the hardest fastball in MLB history. He holds the record for fastest fastball ever thrown at 106 miles per hour. He also consistently throws about 100 miles per hour per pitch. In a spring training game against, I can't believe I already forgot. I'm such an idiot. But anyways, in a spring training game he was pitching, he threw, I think, a 99 mile per hour fastball, and a line drive came back at 110 miles an hour and hit him square in the head, like right about here, right here. It was bad. They said I saw what happened. He was very conscious. From watching the video, you could tell he was kicking his legs. He was in pain. They said there's been no major brain damage, but he had a laceration above his eye. He got stitches. They said he'll be out 4 to 6 weeks. He did remain conscious, so that's good. If you haven't known already, the MLB's been trying to make a push for pitchers to stay healthier. They added a pad like right about here. I guess if you have a hat on, they added a pad right about here, so your forehead's protected. But hit them right here in the one of the few spots of your face that aren't. Well, I guess it's only really your forehead. If you're a pitcher in the MLB, they add that pad. I know the MLB and MLB PA have been trying to make it safer for pitchers to pitch. It's been happening actually a lot recently, where players have just been taking line drives to the face. I mean, last season at the very beginning, J.A. Happ took a line drive to the face. Missed the whole season with concussion problems and concussion-like symptoms. Actually, scratch that. I think he came back in September. But as a Blue Jays pitcher, he obviously didn't make it to the playoffs, so he only came back the last month. That was also brutal. And I had a friend, actually 2 years ago, took a line drive to the head right here. He was absolutely fine. There was nothing at all. But it's still bad. I do like the pad idea for the pitchers in the MLB with the pad right here inside their hats. That's a good idea. But as a baseball player, I fully understand why they want to protect the pitcher, and even pitchers want to try to get protection, but it's like, how do you do it? I mean, there have been ideas where, you wear a cage, but it's like a softball batter's helmet. But I feel like that would really affect the pitcher, how he pitches. Just having that weight on your head, it knocks your balance off, and your vision's a bit, I guess, with the cage in front of you, is a bit not clear. And I see why. The only other option I could think of, maybe, is NHL players have now been all required to wear a visor, which it just comes right across their eyes and their nose. Their mouth isn't protected, but they have a mouthpiece. Only professional levels of hockey don't wear full cages. They've been wearing a visor, and the visor really doesn't break. A hard slap shot of a hockey puck is just as fast as a baseball, and a hockey puck is harder than a baseball from its core. It's vulcanized rubber. A baseball is just cork. So, what's obviously harder is the puck, and those don't break. Maybe if they wanted to go with the visor idea, that would be a good idea, because, I mean, if a hockey puck, I've seen visors break before, but thank God I just wanted to know one's eyes. But I've seen visor break before. But if a visor on a consistent basis isn't breaking from a hockey puck, then it's going to less break from a visor. From a baseball. So that would be a good idea before that. Maybe you just do the same. Maybe you get them like a hockey type helmet and you get a visor, and then that would be alright. Because the whole cage would just get annoying. And maybe even add a mouthpiece for a pitcher. Then they'd be fairly protected. A hockey puck to the right here hurts a lot more than a baseball to right here. I've actually, again, another injury. A friend of mine, about a year and a half ago, we faced this really fast pitcher, very young kid. He's throwing 90 already. Pretty sure he's probably going somewhere. He took fastball right to the jaw. At first, it appeared that he only chipped a tooth, and he was just bleeding from his mouth. It turns out he broke his jaw. He said he didn't even feel like he broke it, but he broke it. So he had his mouth, what is it called? Not stitched. Wired, that's it. He has his mouth wired shut. It's crazy. But he was a batter, though. It wasn't a line drive. So, that happens. Baseball injuries, probably the most common baseball injuries from getting hit by a pitch. Normally, probably the most common injuries you're getting injured from are from broken ribs and from broken fingers and wrists as a MLB player just because they're hit by a pitch. And it hurts. Getting hit by a baseball isn't fun. But there's nothing you can do about it. And the line drive thing, I get what they want to do with pitchers. I mean, batters are really protected in baseball. I mean, for the most part, I mean, concussions, the most common concussions actually as of recently were from plate collisions, and they got rid of plate collisions. So there you go. And catchers, sometimes they take a foul ball the wrong way, and that can, rattle them a little bit. But, I'm all for them trying and, maybe test some ideas and maybe some lower leagues, maybe in the minor leagues with pitchers wearing some kind of extra headgear, and also pray for Aroldis Chapman, and even yesterday with Rich Peverley. I forgot to say that at the end of the video to pray for Peverley. But they both appear that they'll be fine, and Aroldis Chapman, I think, is in the hospital. Or still right now. This only happened 2 or 3 days ago. But he'll be fine, and hopefully a speedy recovery to him. I do enjoy watching Aroldis Chapman pitch. But that's all I was going to talk about today, so I'll see you guys in the next episode.